A lot of stuff to cover today, folks. It's so amazing. I am learning so much about human nature and human life. It's mind-blowing. I do want to tell you that anyone who tells you, whether it's a so-called Christian or an expert or intellectual or whatever they want to call themselves, doctor, lawyer, Indian chief, or preacher, and they say that we do not need a wall around the borders to protect the American citizen, and that home is not first, they are lying to you. All in the name of Jesus. If you're not willing to protect home first, then something is wrong with you. You have no love. So these people who think that we should not put a wall around the borders to stop the illegal aliens from coming in, and they're using the name of Jesus and all that, they're fake. They're not real American citizens. They cannot be trusted. I don't care who it is, man, woman, child, Christian, non-Christian, teacher, lawyer, expert, intellectual. They're all fake. Because who wouldn't think that you would put home life first? America should come first. And everything and everybody else is secondary. All right? Just FYI. There needs to be a big, beautiful wall around the borders. Nothing else but a wall. You can use everything else but have the wall as well. President Trump, the great white hope, met with House Majority Leader Nancy Pelosi and Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer in the Oval Office. This was yesterday, I believe yesterday, about the wall and a possible government shutdown. We have to really be grateful for this president. This president is fighting against the liberal media who lies to you, who are the enemy of the American people, the Democratic Party, the enemy of the American people, and the right-o Republicans, the enemy of the American people, and especially never-Trumpers, the enemy of the American people. This president has to deal with all of that, the race hustlers, the liars, and everything. But yet, he's putting the country first. He's a nationalist, and he loves the country first. We cannot ask for anything more. I believe the wall will go up. This is from YouTube. So Nancy Pelosi think Americans don't want a shutdown. Here's where she's lying. Here's that soundbite. A Democrat.
I think the American people recognize that we must keep government open, that a shutdown is not worth anything, and that you should not have a Trump shutdown. You have the White House, the Trump shutdown. You have the White House. You have the Senate. You have the House of Representatives. You have the votes. You should pass it right now.
No, we don't have the votes, Nancy, because in the Senate we need 60 votes.
No, but in the House,
and we don't have.
You could bring it up right now.
Yeah, but I can't, excuse me, but I can't get it passed in the House if it's not going to pass in the Senate. I don't want to waste time.
Well,
Nancy Pelosi, a Democrat, is lying, and she's trying to outshout the president. And the beauty is the president allowed the media in, and he opened it up to the media. Normally, the Democrats like to put the media out and cover it up, the lies. And Nancy doesn't know how to handle that, as well as Chuck Schumer. These are evil Democrats. That's why I say that anyone that votes for the Democratic Party is a lie. And you're not of God. And the Democrats are liars. They are for votes and power. They don't care about the people. They don't care about lying. And Nancy Pelosi is lying when she said Americans don't want a shutdown. Yes, we do. Shut the government down. If you're not going to do the right thing, if you're not going to put the people first, shut the government down. We don't need the government just to have a government. That's ridiculous. We need a righteous government. Shut it down. Pelosi want a prayerful conversation, not in front of the media because she want to lie. Here we go.
And we're here to have a conversation in a prayerful way, so I don't think we should have a debate in front of the press on this. The fact is, we do not have the votes in the House.
Nancy, I do. And we need border security.
Nancy, we'll find out.
Nancy, We need border security. It's very simple.
Of course we do.
We need border
We
security.
do.
People are pouring into our country, including terrorists.
Yeah.
We have terrorists. We caught 10 terrorists over the last very short period of time. 10. These are very serious people.
Amazing. And Nancy Pelosi doesn't want the media there. 10 terrorists. Isn't that amazing? We didn't know about this because the Democrats don't want you to know. That's why Lyin Nancy don't want the media there. She doesn't want that out in the open like that. She want to be able to lie. She and Chuck. The president said no. And how come the children of the lie always mention prayer? You can tell when they lie because they want to pray. Let's have prayer. Trump says border agent caught 10 terrorists. We need a wall.
Our border agents, all of our law enforcement has been incredible what they've done. But we caught 10 terrorists. These are people that were looking to do harm. We need the wall. We need, more important than anything, we need border security, of which the wall is just a piece.
It was so great last day watching this. It was absolutely amazing. It was real drama. The truth against the lie. The Democrats are the liars. The representatives are the liars, and they don't mind lies. And Nancy wanted to get rid of the media because she didn't want you seeing the lie. 10 terrorists been caught. And that was a terrorist attack in France, I believe. We have that coming up for you. And allegedly, this guy, the shooter, was yelling, Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Just before the shooting at a mall there during the Christmas shopping time. It's not safe out there anymore, folks, especially with open borders. Chuck Schumer started yelling about not shutting down the government.
We do not want to shut down the government. You have called 20 times to shut down the government. You say, I want to shut down the government. We don't. We want to come to an agreement. If we can't come to an agreement, we have solutions that will pass the House and Senate right now and will not shut down the government, and that's what we're urging you to do. Not threaten to shut down the government,
Chuck,
because
you don't wanna
let me
shut
just
down the
finish,
government, Chuck.
because you can't get
The
your
last
way.
time you shut it down, you
Yeah,
got
let me
killed.
say something, Mr. President. You just say, my way or we'll shut down the government.
Look how disrespectful Chuck Schumer is to this president. What a beta male. Chuck Schumer is a beta male. That's why I say real men are not Democrats. They are conservatives. Only men who are Democrats or vote for the Democrats are beta male. That's why Schumer is yelling and then he can't look at the president because the president is standing up to him and telling him the truth in front of the media. And it's being out there so you and I can see it. Schumer continued to push against funding the wall.
We have a proposal that Democrats and Republicans will support to do a CR that will not shut down the government. We urge you to take
And
it.
if it's not good border security, I
It
won't
is
take
very
it.
good border
And if it's
security.
not good border security, I won't take it.
It's what the
Because when you look at these numbers of the effectiveness of our border security, and when you look at the job that we're doing
You
with our
just said it is
military-
effective.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah, you just said it's
Without
effective.
a wall, these are only areas where you have the walls.
We wanna do
Where
this-
you have walls, Chuck, it's effective. Where you don't have walls, it is not effective.
That's right. The president is right. Nancy and Chuck are lying. And any of you who support these liars are liars too. And you can expect the blacks to support the Democrat Party and these illegal aliens coming in because they depend on free stuff. They are addicted to the Democratic plantation, not because they are addicted to what is right. They want free stuff. And most black people want free stuff. Everyone with any common sense knows that a wall is better. They have a wall in Israel. Why not a wall in this country? And Chuck Schumer continue to push against the wall. He's a Democrat. He does not want it up for the vote. They're lying to you. Here you go, Lyin, Pelosi, and Schumer denies a wall that's necessary, referring to the expert. Who the hell are experts? There are no experts. Here we go.
We need border security. The wall is a part of border security. You can't have very good border security without the wall. No.
That's simply not true.
Just
That
kidding.
is a political promise. Border security is a way to effectively honor our
And
responsibility.
the experts say you can do border security without a wall, which is wasteful and doesn't solve the problem.
It totally solves
But
the
I don't wanna
problem.
take this.
And it's very
Unfortunately,
important.
this is
Expert, who are the experts? Pelosi and Schumer denies a wall is necessary, referring to the expert. That's why we're in the trouble we're in now. Too many people are relying on so-called experts. I don't need an expert to tell me that I need a wall around my country, around my home. What kind of dummy need an expert? Ain't no expert. They're lying spurts. That's what it is. Lying spurts. And anyway, Pelosi and Schumer has been in government too long. They've been there for decades. They're never going to fix things. It's so amazing. Stop voting for these people. They don't want security for this country. Back in a moment. So that's Mike Pence sitting next to the president. He's supposed to be the vice president, but sitting there like a knot on a log. Seems to be afraid of Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer. Nancy and Chuck are fighting for the wrong things. They're enemies of the people, of the country. They're Democrats. So it's such a great meeting to see the president standing up against all three, really, because Mike is just sitting there, which means that he agrees with them. He's supposed to be a Republican vice president, but he's sitting there like a knot on a log because he's afraid. And I mentioned Pelosi and Chuck Schumer denies a wall is necessary, deny a wall is necessary, referring to experts. People, you don't need an expert. Common sense is within you. We have a lot of folks addicted to medication, antidepressant medication, all kind of stuff because you listen to the so-called experts. Intellectuals ain't got no sense. You need common sense. You know more about yourself and about your country than the so-called experts. Schumer said, and Pelosi said, we refer to the expert about the wall. What kind of expert going to tell you you need a wall? Don't you know that already? What's wrong with you? Pelosi doesn't want this in front of the media. Trump says it's called transparency.
we came in here in good faith, and we're entering into this kind of a discussion in the public view.
But it's not bad, Nancy.
No,
It's
but
called transparency.
I know, it's not transparency when we're not stipulating to a set of facts and when we want to have a debate with you about saying we confront some of those facts without...
You know
saying to
what?
the
We need
public,
border security.
this
That's
isn't
what we're going to be
true.
talking about, border security. If we don't have border security, we'll shut down the government. This country needs border security.
We
The
agree
wall
with
is a
that.
part of border security. Let's have a talk. We're going to get the wall built, and we've done a lot of wall already.
Look how that guy Mike Pence is sitting there. Lord, let me out of here. Afraid. Nancy doesn't want transparency. That's why she doesn't want the media there. All in prayer. We need prayer. Don't trust people that says we need prayer. President Trump is fighting these two by himself, and the vice president is sitting there like he peeing on himself. Trump suggests, so this is good versus evil, folks. The Democrats are evil. Trump suggests $5 billion for parts of the wall. It's a national emergency, says the Great White Hope.
If we got $5 billion, we could do a tremendous chunk of wall.
Mr. President, are you willing to accept less, though, and are your guests...
Well, we're going to see. We're going to see. Look, we have to have the wall. This isn't a question. This is a national emergency.
Yes.
Drugs are pouring into our country. People with tremendous medical difficulty and medical problems are pouring in, and in many cases, it's contagious. They're pouring into our country. We have to have border security. We have to have a wall as part of border security.
Amazing. You gotta love it. He's right. What can I say? He's right. And we never had a right government, and the people in our country are so corrupt, they are not accustomed to seeing a right man do right. It's a national emergency. Down at the border right now, there are illegal aliens trying to get in here, and they can't get in because of the president. And there's some women and so-called children who are going on starvation because we won't let them in illegally. They want to break the law. They want us to let them break it. I said let them suffer and die. If they don't want to eat, they don't have to eat. That's up to them. They don't have to feed their children. That's totally up to them. And then I'm being told that they're demanding $50,000 to go back. We ain't giving them one penny to go back. We didn't bring them here. They left home on their own. And so they get back the best way they can. These are lawbreakers. These are not good people from these foreign countries. Here's where Trump says he understands that Pelosi can't talk openly right now because Pelosi doesn't want you to see her dishonesty, I'm saying, in front of the media. Here we go.
And I don't think we really disagree so much. I also know that, Nancy's in a situation where it's not easy for her to talk right now, and I understand that, and I fully understand that. We're going to have a good discussion, and we're going to see what happens. But we have to have border security.
Mr. President, please don't characterize the strength that I bring to this meeting as the leader of the House Democrats who just won a big victory.
Elections
But
have consequences, Mr. President.
Let me just say.
That's right. And that's why the country is doing so well.
That's right. Schumer said election has consequences, Mr. President. Yes, that's why we got the Great White Hope in there. Folks, do not turn against the Great White Hope. Don't listen to these so-called stats that his approval rating is going down. It's not true. Whatever the liberal media and the Democrats are telling you, just know they're lying. No, it's the opposite of what they're saying. Here Schumer says we shouldn't shut down the government over a dispute.
One thing I think we can agree on is we shouldn't shut down the government over a dispute. And you want to shut it down. You keep talking about
it. The last time, Chuck, you shut it down.
No.
And then you opened it up very quickly. And
20 times.
I don't want to do what you did.
20 times
Chuck,
you have called for, I will shut down the government if I don't get my wool. None of us have said.
You want to know something?
You've said it.
Okay, you want to put that on my...
You've said it.
I'll take it.
Okay, good.
You know what I'll say? Yes. If we don't get what we want, one way or the other, whether it's through you, through a military, through anything you want to call, I will shut down the government.
Okay,
absolutely.
That's right. Thank God for the Great White Hope. This is why I call him the Great White Hope. And Joel called him the boss man. That's right. The boss is home. Trump says he's proud to shut down the government for border security.
And I am proud, and I'll tell you what,
disagree.
I am proud to shut down the government for border security, Chuck, because the people of this country don't want criminals and people that have lots of problems and drugs pouring into our country. So I will take the mantle. I will be the one to shut it down. I'm not going to blame you for it. The last time you shut it down, it didn't work. I will take the mantle of shutting down. And I'm going to shut it down for border
But we
security.
believe you shouldn't shut it down.
Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you.
I love it. Do not listen to the lies from CNN and MSNBC and the local media and the liberal media about this president. All right? They're lying. They hate him. They hate this president more than God hates sin, especially the liberal media, the Democratic Party, the never-Trumpers, and the rhinos. You can see why they hate him. This man want to do right, and unless your heart is right, you're not going to agree with righteousness. Amazing. I'm so excited. So listen, folks, don't turn against this president. Don't listen to them when they say his rating, approval rating is going down. They're lying. They want this man out. Then they can screw up the country some more. They can let in the illegal aliens and get votes. They could cry, the children! How about the children? The children! Who cares? The parents don't care about the children. Why should we? They don't care about the American children. Why do they care about illegal alien children and women more so than American women and children? It's a lie. The Democrats care about votes. Pelosi think she won because Trump said he'll be proud to shut down the government over the border wall. So dumb Pelosi think that she won. Why does she think we voted for the president? We voted for someone because he promised to put a wall a big, beautiful wall around the borders. The American people want a wall. We want to be protected from illegal aliens, from terrorist attacks, from criminals, from drugs, from mother and children. They're sucking the life out of us. Back in a moment. I want my country back. Here's Pelosi and Schumer, Democrats, met with the Great White Hope, I believe it was yesterday. Afterward, according to the Washington Post, Pelosi later met privately with Democrat colleagues. And she said, it's like a manhood thing for him, referring to the president because he didn't take any mess from her. It's like a manhood thing for him, as if manhood could ever be associated with him, this wall thing. So this woman want no wall around the border. That's so womanly like, liberal woman. And if you want to know what happens to a family, women and children, a country, a community, a neighborhood, a school where men are weak, look at the black community. Have you noticed that for the last 60 to 70 years, the women have taken over and the men and children are weak and violent and angry and emotional and very mental and emotional? They're out of it because they're taking on the identity of their mothers. They go along with things that they know is wrong. But because they don't have men to stop it, there's nothing to stop it. Because the black men think like the black woman. Men and women are different. Men are logical, real men, and women are emotional. It's just the way it is. And a man's job is to bring the woman out of her emotion into logic. So Nancy said it's like a manhood thing for him, referring to the president as though that's a negative. That's not a negative. Who wouldn't want a wall around the borders? That's common sense. She said she said she was trying to be the mom in the room while the men were arguing. Grown men don't need a mother. Grown men, you don't need a mother. If you are a man and you act like a little boy with your girlfriend, fiance, or wife, then you're a beta male. Or she become the boss, she's the boss. Then you're a boy, immature, scary boy, afraid of mother. That's why your woman become your mother. You're a beta male. You haven't gotten over mama. Men are supposed to grow up and be a man, not a beta male. So this woman, Nancy Pelosi, said when she met with the president, she said she was trying to be the mom. The president doesn't need a mom. In the room while the men were arguing, interrupted her, and males splaining to her. She needed explanation. This dumb woman doesn't want a wall around the border. She is a liberal, feminist, cowardly woman who hates men. She said, I can't explain it to you. It was so wild. It goes to show you, you get into a tinkle contest with a skunk. You get tinkle all over. Nancy Pelosi hate men. Back in a moment. So why is it okay to attack men and the men are afraid to speak up, and then if you speak up, you're called woman hater? We're supposed to treat everybody with truth and perfect love. Men and women should be treated the same. Women are not special from men. Why is that, folks? And why do men become cowards with their women? And then the women run over them, destroy them, and they still are cowards. What happened? What happened? I want to know why. Why?